At this point, I want to hand over the microphone to my president to please call the House to order.
I call this event to order. My district governor, District 9110, district governor-elect, district governor nominee, past district governors in our midst, other district officers, fellow Rotarians, esteemed ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to you all to this event named A Day of Tribute in honor of our highly revered and beloved past president, past Assistant Governor Susan Omotosho, who returned to the good Lord on the 12th of March, 2021. This afternoon, we'll all get a chance to share our memories and impressions of our dear PAG, Susan Omotosho. The demise of PAG Susan Omotosho is a big shock to the Rotary family of District 9110, and especially to us, the Rotary Club of Ikoyi. PAG Susan was a very passionate, dynamic, and outstanding Rotarian at the club. She was truly an asset, priceless, to the Rotary Club of Ikoyi. A versatile Rotarian, she was an inspiration, a mentor, and a mother figure to us all. She was warm and hospitable, and whenever we felt we're in our own homes, whenever she hosted us for board meetings, whether it was Council of President meetings, Council of Past President meetings, and all kinds of ceremonies. Her transition to the great beyond is very painful to us. We sorely miss her, and may her good and gentle soul rest peacefully in the good Lord's bosom. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my president. My president, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Normally, I want to welcome John Sinaya, the actual anchor for this program. I only walk beside him as his boy. Please welcome, sir. We actually skipped something. My president was just too passionate, so he fired on after calling the House to order. So please permit us to take the opening prayer. I would first of all welcome District Governor-elect. So please come forward. And District Governor-elect, opening prayers.
The President, Rotary Club of Ikoyi, I have to recognize you first because I believe This is a Ikoyi project supported by the district. My district governor, Bola Oyebade, our PDGs here, especially PDG Kamaru Omotosho, PDG Toji Funsho, family members of our departed past assistant governor, fellow Rotarians, are being called forward to give this opening exaltation. It's a great opportunity for us to remind ourselves and seek, pray to Almighty Allah for the repose of our sister, repose of our mother. As we Muslims, we believe when a Muslim is no more with us, every opportunity we have, we should seek for his or her repose. That is why I believe the organizers of this event, especially the husband, PDG Kamaru Omotosho, that we should have this opening exaltation. Sorry, I suppose everybody should have copies. They should have brought it down. Sorry, please, so that you can be part of. Oh, you have got it. So they have got it, please. I say good afternoon. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the most merciful, I seek refuge from a shaitan, the accursed. Words of admonition. Allah says in Quran 2, verse 156, who, when afflicted with calamity, death is a calamity, say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajihun. Truly to Allah we belong, and truly to whom we shall return. These facts should give us all the strength to believe that we are Allah's slaves, and that to Allah will be our return. In another verse of the Quran, Quran 29, verse 57, it's a promise. God promises, every soul will taste death. Then to us will you be returned. That is, to God we shall all return. On the day of judgment, every individual will be resurrected to account for their lives. Those who fulfilled their purpose in life and lived righteously will enter an eternal paradise of pure bliss. In another verse, Quran 3, verse 185, every soul has to taste death. It is on the day of judgment that you shall be paid your rewards in full. So whoever has been kept away from the fire and admitted to paradise has really succeeded. The worldly life is nothing but an illusionary enjoyment. I will call on us, for those that can recite with us, let's quickly do these exaltations. I will start off by saying, Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi azim. Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم أستغفر الله وأتوب إليه أستغفر الله وأتوب إليه أستغفر الله وأتوب إليه أستغفر الله وأتوب إليه الحمد لله الحمد لله الحمد لله رب العالمين ومن له لا إله إلا الله 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 محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم التحيات لله والطيبات الله السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ليلى في قريش ليلى فيهم ريلة الشتاء وسوف فعلها عبد رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمه من جوع وآمنه من خوف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ليلى في قريش ليلى فيهم ريلة الشتاء وسوف فعلها عبد رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمه من جوع وآمنه من خوف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم كل ليلى في ليلى فيهم ريلة الشتاء وسوف فعلها رب هذا البيت أمه وتوفي ألا يرحمها ألا يرحمها ألا يرحمها. May God increase our PDG Kamaro Motosho in reward for the patience exhibited in this hard time. Subhana Rabbika Rabbil Izzati wa salamun ala mursalin alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin sallu ala nabi Mustafa.
Thank you very much, our district governor-elect. And welcome once again to our guests from far and near. We really appreciate your presence here today. I am John Senaya, the past assistant governor, the Rotary Club of Ikoyi. And it is indeed a singular honor to be one of the anchors for today's program for several reasons. Apart from one's personal relationship, which over the years has grown to an enviable height, our late PAG Susan Omotosho has been one who has demonstrated the true meaning of motherhood to all of us in the Rotary Club of Ikoyi. So at this moment, I would want to seize the opportunity to express our condolences, first to our PDG Kamoru, to the children, and all members of that family. We pray that the good Lord will accept her dear soul. At this point, my district governor, district leaders, fellow Rotarians, guests and friends, I would want to welcome to the podium our district governor, Rotarian Bola Oyebade, to kindly give us a few words as we start this event. My district governor, sir.
The President, Rotary Club of Ikoyi, our district governor-elect, district governor nominee, our past district governors here seated, members of the Rotary Club of Ikoyi. I should recognize especially the presidents that are here from the Rotary Club of Ikoyi. Why not leaving out the bereaved, the family members of our past district governor, Omotosho, and indeed, our past assistant governor, Susan Omotosho. The news of the transition of our sister, our mom, and for some of us, fellow Rotarians, came to us rather as a shock. Yet there's very little we all can do when the incidence of transition comes over. And that's the more reason why we have accepted this the way it has. But we won't forget in a hurry how close past Assistant Governor Susan was to all of us, the life she has touched, and the compassion she has brought into Rotary, her dedication and her astuteness. All these are part of what people like us enjoy so much about this lady that has left us. Yet we can't say because she has left, then we all should down tools and forget everything. The least we all can do is to continue to do all those things she believes in, so that all the things she left behind will not be forgotten in such a hurry. I want to commensurate on behalf of the district and send our condolences to the entire family members, and indeed the members of the Rotary Club of Ikoyi. The district and all Rotarians in our district would definitely miss her. But we believe that the much she left behind leaves also a part of the things that will keep us moving on. And we will definitely put all such values into big practices. Once again, I condolence as I send my
Thank you very much. So if you come up to use the microphone, we'll have our wipes here. It's on the table here. Please use it to wipe. Microphone. And feel free. Thank you. Just to let you know, we are applying the rules of the COVID-19 protocols. And also have slots for those online for tributes. Please indicate by sending the message so I can put you on queue for tributes. We have 3 slots for those joining us online. Well, we have 3 slots for those of us participating here physically. So at this point, please join me as the welcome specially, Rotarian Claire Omashe, to take us through the eulogy. Thank you very much.
The President, Rotary Club of Ikoyi, our DG-elect, our DG nominee, our PGDs, fellow Rotarians, and the family of my dear mentor, big sister, PAG, Assistant Governor Susan Omotosho. It's a privilege for me to be able to give this eulogy on a very special woman to all of us in this room. A woman that anybody that was a Rotarian will never forget because of her compassion, her commitment, and her understanding of what service meant. I'll ask you to please turn to page 2 so you can follow with me. Susan Elizabeth Sidikat Omotosho, nee Halliman, was born in South Hayton, Sutherland, Tyne and Ware, England, on the 29th of October, 1954. She naturalized as a Nigerian citizen in January 2017. She attended South Hilton Junior Primary and Secondary School and attended Monk Wearmouth College of Education. Afterwards, she was trained in Sutherland School of Nursing and graduated as a state registered nurse. She began her career as a staff nurse in the Royal Infirmary Hospital, Sutherland, England. In 1979, she moved to Freeman Hospital, Newcastle, and the Regional Cardiothoracic Center, where she worked as a staff nurse in the thoracic intensive care unit and post-surgery ward. She later was promoted to a nursing sister. In 1985, she moved to Benin City in Nigeria, where she worked in the University of Benin Teaching Hospital and trained as a midwife in the Hospital School of Midwifery, where she graduated in 1987. In 1990, she moved to Lagos, where she worked at St. Nicholas Hospital as a theater sister and in the intensive care nurse, and was later promoted as the deputy matron. She moved to Victoria Island Consultancy Hospital in 1996, where she worked as a theater sister and was later employed by the American Embassy in 1997 in the health unit as an embassy nurse. She later went to join her husband, Dr. Komoro Omotosho, to establish Camaros Medical Center as the Director of Administration and Nursing Services. She has certification as a dream builder, life coach, and certification in spiritual healthcare for patients, meditation from the British School of Meditation, as well as a PhD in metaphysics from the International Metaphysical and Holistic Society, the United States of America. Susan and Dr. Komoro Omotosho, who is also the past district governor, 911, have 2 children together. Amina, who unfortunately is not here with us today, but I'm sure she's either joining in Zoom or she's here with us in spirit, who graduated in psychology from the University of Luton and gained her master's in human resources at King's College in the UK, as well as Sadiq, who is here today, who graduated from Nottingham University with a joint honors in IJT and gained his master's in international business in Nottingham and Trent University. She was also a stepmother to 3 lovely children. Ahmed, who unfortunately passed on, may his soul rest in perfect peace, at a very young age. Bisi, a petrochemical engineer with ExxonMobil, and Muti, the human resource manager at MTN. Rotarian Susan Omotosho joined the Rotary Club of Ikoyi in 1999 as the first female Rotarian accepted by the club. She served in various committees in the club, and she was elected as the first female club president in 2006 and served to 2007. She even had the great honor of having passed IJR President Jonathan Majigwe, the first Rotary International President from Africa, as the guest of honor at her installation. President from Africa was the guest of honor at her installation. She was a second-level major donor and a benefactor of the Rotary Foundation. She also visited Port Harcourt and Kampala as a member of the Rotary Foundation Center. During the time in Rotary, she held many positions, including assistant governor, Rotary Youth Exchange Chair, zonal coordinator, group study exchange chair, vocational training team chair, pets coordinator, and many more. Being a Rotarian was a way of life for her. She believed we were all born to serve, and she knew that even the smallest act of personal service could be multiplied in its effectiveness in the community when Rotary was involved. My fellow Rotarians, PAG Susan Sidikat Omotosho is no longer here with us, but she's here in spirit, and she will always be remembered for the incredible service that she gave to humanity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Omashe. Turn to page number 24 of our program. And if you look at the program, let's say Rotary song. Like we said, she is a special Rotarian, and she loves Rotary. I can tell you that any day, anytime. Are we there? Page 24. My Rotary is here in Nigeria. That's my Rotary with me. Are we here? The tune goes start. Da 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 di da 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 di da 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 da. Are we there? So after the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. My Rotary is here in Nigeria. My Rotary starts right here with me. Yes, to Rotary is international. Then come and share Rotary with me, with me. Oh, come, oh, come, oh, come and share with me, with me. Oh, come, oh, come, oh, come and share Rotary with me. Do you take pride in your own business? Yes. Do you take pride in fellowships? Yes. Do you take pride in the four-way? Then come and share with me, with me. Oh, come, oh, come, oh, come and share with me, with me. Oh, come, oh, come and do you want to serve well your neighbors without counting cost of return? Yet, do you want to serve well your nation without blowing horns or trumpets? Oh, come, oh, come and share Rotary with me, with me. Oh, come, oh, come and share a tree with me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, our past president, Charles Okonkwo. Past President Charles Okonkwo, I must reveal, is indeed one of our late PAG Susan Omotosho's favorites. And I can feel the emotion in his voice as he did that song to us. Well, at this point, my fellow Rotarians, guests and friends, we will be taking on our guest speaker in a moment. But to introduce him to us properly will be our immediate past president, Nkiru Balogun. Could you please welcome her as she steps forward to introduce our first guest speaker.
The Rotarian President, District Governor Bola Oyebade, district leaders, members of the Omotosho family, fellow Rotarians, guests and friends. John Momoh is the chairman of, I have the honor of reading the biodata of John Momoh. John Momoh is the chairman of Channels Media Group, chairman and chief executive officer of Channels Television. He's a renowned broadcast journalist with a vast experience spanning over 4 decades. Before founding Channels TV in 1995, John worked variously as news anchor, senior reporter, and senior producer for Nigerian national radio and television stations. In 25 years, he has gone from being a star employee to creating a multi-million-dollar media enterprise, employing over 400 staff across Nigeria and Africa. In 25 years, he has gone from being a star employee to creating a multi-million-dollar media enterprise, employing over 400 staff across Nigeria and Africa, and reaching the world with the same business model that analysts predicted would fail. His vision, passion, and tenacity are balanced by willingness to reinvent and pivot where necessary. John Momoh's commitment to excellence has seen him and his companies nominated and winning awards and recognition over several decades. These include the Nigerian Media Merit Award for the News Anchor of the Year, the Nigerian Union of Journalists Award for the Newscaster of the Year, the Constituency for Africa Award for Excellence in Broadcasting, Washington, D.C., USA, Planet Africa Award for Entrepreneurship, Canada, African Achievers Award. John Momoh is an alumnus of Harvard Business School and Lagos Business School. He's also a graduate of the University of Lagos with a master's degree in international law and diplomacy and a BSc with honors in mass communication. John is the immediate past chairman of the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, BON, the first private broadcaster to be so elected to lead the organization. He's a recipient of many honors, including National Honor of the Officer of the Order of the Niger OON, National Productivity Order of Merit, MPOM, Euro Knowledge Award for Excellence in Entrepreneurship, Lifetime Achievement Award by the Nigerian Information Society, Lifetime Achievement Award by Dame Awards Trust, Entrepreneur of the Year by the Faith Foundation Nigeria, Distinguished Alumni Award from the Lagos Business School, Zik Award for Entrepreneurship, Entrepreneur of the Year Award by the Institute of Directors Nigeria. John Momoh is a member of the International Academy of Television Arts and Science based in New York. He serves as juror for the annual International Emmy Awards and the AIB Awards UK, organized by the Association for International Broadcasting. His television station, Channels TV, is the only Nigerian and indeed African broadcaster to have won the Television Station of the Year award a record 13 times, 7 of them consecutively. John Momoh is currently the president of the University of Lagos Alumni Association and a member of the governing boards of the university and Elizade University. He also sits on the board of many local and international organizations, including Peace Tech Lab, United States Institute of Peace, Washington, Constituency for Africa, Washington, DC, Special Olympics, Nigeria, and Sickle Cell Foundation. In recognition of his entrepreneurial dynamism, 3 Nigerian universities conferred honorary doctorate degrees on John Momoh. They are Doctor of Letters by Afe Babalola University, Ekiti, Ondo State. Doctor of Business Administration by Ambrose Ali University, Ekpoma, Edo State. Doctor of Science by Crescent University, Abeokuta, Ogun State. John is happily married to Shola, also a broadcaster, and they are blessed with 3 children. May the soul of my mentor, Susan, rest in peace.
Good evening, fellow Rotarians and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Please grant me the indulgence to introduce myself as one of you. As you may already know, I'm not only one of you, albeit not very active. I'm also an honorary Paul Harris Fellow by the kind consideration of your distinguished club, the Rotary Club of Ikoyi. First, I'd like to thank my good friend and namesake, John Senaya, for inviting me to make some remarks this evening as we pay tributes to a distinguished past assistant governor, PAG Susan Sidikat Omotosho, who, until her untimely death, was a pillar not only of your club, but Rotary International in general. Please accept my profound condolences on this great loss, but rest assured that her beloved husband and our past district governor, PDG Kamoro Motosho, and his family are in our thoughts and prayers. Now, those who knew Susan from the many different walks of life in which she excelled describe her as one with a heart for giving. Susan, they say, epitomized everything Rotary, together with its strapline, service above self. which is why I'm honored to be asked to give a few remarks on the noble subject of giving, a subject which has been at the heart of discussions as a foundation of love amongst mankind. Its noble and laudable mission, pursued relentlessly by Rotary International, that's giving, as Rotarians continually strive to advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through the improvement of health, the support of education, and the alleviation of poverty. No wonder Rotarians have so far spent $4 billion on life-changing sustainable projects in its 116-year history. What a feat. Giving shows a concern for another through some sacrifices. The sacrifice also reveals selflessness or a desire to share. It is godly, it is elevating, apart from being an additional route to peace. And as we all know, you do not have to be greatly endowed financially in order to give. Giving also means a sense of obligation to the other, irrespective of the capacity of the individual. It may be tasking to give, but it is rewarding for the emotions because of the sense of inclusion it evokes on the side of the giver and the receiver. While giving could make a giver happy, the receiver is also likely to be thrilled. And common to both giver and receiver, therefore, is some state of satisfaction, eventually helpful to both personal and group well-being, and in fact, health. There are many interesting studies that tell us why giving will make you into a happy person. Quoting one of the studies, the first has to do with giving changes our brains. It explains that the wiring of our brains is conducive to charitable giving because it makes us feel a sort of euphoria when the neurochemicals in the brain react positively to that charitable act. And then later studies of the brain came up with a more compelling explanation. These studies showed that when people give, it lowers their level of stress. This is really important to understand in prosperity, because presumably people who do their jobs with less stress are likely to be more productive and more successful than those who perform it with more stress. So it follows to reason that if you can find ways to relax, you will profit from this level of relaxation, as studies have shown that charitable giving will objectively lower the stress levels that people feel in their everyday lives. There are many other studies that show that givers have better health and body makeup, and that givers are better citizens. But the bottom line is that givers are healthier, they are happier, and they are richer. Invariably, all this translates to better communities and, by extension, a more prosperous nation. So giving isn't just gratifying, it is gracious, it is godly, and it is glorifying. It is why the Rotary life of service is a worthy one. It envisages the others while not undermining self. The Rotary life of giving challenges humanity on living for the others. While the natural tendency is for the self to be prioritized, it strengthens the character of the man with a heart of giving. The self is not seen in isolation, but visualizes a meaningful entity in the community of people. The people eventually see the giver as considerate and aware of the limitations of others. It's a life of service that is unselfish, helps in the stabilization of society, hardly forgotten and forever appreciated. This is a life that is exemplified in the thinking of the Rotarian and worthy of emulation in view of its spiritual and physical essence. It is a life that deserves acceptance by all, even beyond the Rotarian, for the common good, for God, and for a peaceful, responsible, and sustainable social system. So I congratulate the average Rotarian for towing this path and for the courage of conviction. It is an exemplary life of service, surely impacting on human progress. It is a life that Susan lived, a life that cannot be regretted for its timeless benefits and civic relevance. May our resolve to be givers never diminish. May the memory of Susan Sidikat Omotosho be a blessing. Thank you for your kind attention. God bless the Rotarians. God bless us all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my dear friend, John Momo. We appreciate your time and your kind words. My district governor, my Rotarian president first, the district governor, fellow Rotarians, our guests and our friends. We would like to move on quickly with our program as we are a few minutes behind time. And we'll now take on tributes. We'll take on tributes first from members of the Rotary Club of Ikoyi. I also want to acknowledge that some of our viewers, members of Rotary Club of Ikoyi, have indicated their interest in saying one thing or the other about our dear PAG Susan Sidikat Omotosho. First, I would like to start with our PAG Kola Akomolede, who is here with us in person, and he will be giving us his own tribute. Would you please welcome him? PAG Kola Akomolede. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. District Governor, Rotarian President. Sorry for forgetting the protocol. Rotarian President, District Governor-elect, District Governor nominee, all district leaders here. Fellow Rotarians, members of the Omotosho family, and guests. You are welcome once again. Well, I want to speak about our late past Assistant Governor, Susan Omotosho. My connection with Susan is on two ways. As a Rotarian, and I happen to be the president that inducted her into the Rotary Club of Ikoyi. We had a challenge then. Being the first woman, if as a member threatened to withdraw or move to another club if we induct a woman into our club. But Susan the day we admit the club. We are so happy that we virtually admitted her. She was an asset to Rotary Club of Ikoyi, especially in areas of training. She handled. Whenever we were having any matter that is a little bit so of a woman who is experienced and will resolve it. My second, always, well, don't let me use always. I use the camera too. Dr. Motosho is my personal doctor. And whenever you go there or you call the place, Dr. Motosho is either in the, what do you call it? Theater. So you can't reach him. So Susan is the person that will come. She's been so useful to my family in the clinic. So I am going to miss her in both ways, from Rotary and at the clinic at the Camoras. It's such an asset to both the hospital and the Rotary Club of Ikoyi. I don't want to take much of your time. I can talk from now till tomorrow if I start giving examples of what things she did in both cases. Ladies and gentlemen, let us pray that the soul of PhD Susan Motosho will rest in perfect peace in the bosom of the Lord. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, PAG Kola Komolede. We have a few of our members, Rotary Club of Ikoyi, who have indicated their interest in giving their tributes here in person. I therefore wish to quickly call on one of our past presidents, Amina Danesi, to please step forward and give us her tribute. Amina, a few days ago, revealed some things to me on phone. And I said to her, listen, Amina, what you're doing to me should be done on Monday. So why don't you come and do it on Monday? So here she is. Could we all please welcome her, our past president, Amina Danesi. Yeah.
Rotarian President, District Governor, District 9110, District Governor-elect, District Governor nominee, all the district leaders, members of the Omotosho family, fellow Rotarians, guests and friends of Rotary. My relationship with Sue stemmed from different parts. If you ask me to talk about Sue in the next 3-4 hours, talk the whole evening, there will be something to say. I remember the very first day I came to the club to share fellowship with the intent to become a member. What I experienced was enough to just keep me away from Rotary. But by the next meeting, when I shared it with Susan Omotosho, as usual, she just smiled and said, with your experience in Rotary from the junior level, there's nothing stopping you in being a Rotarian, and I know you can do it. For me, Sue paved the way for all the women that are today members of Rotary Club of Ikoyi to be member. As the first female member of the club, followed by Kemi Funshaw, and I became the third member. And shortly, 2 years after her presidency, I also became president, being the second female. At each of these stages, There was never any problem you shared with Sue regarding any challenge you were facing. She will always have a solution. She was always there to make you believe you can do it. And I used to wonder, she never says anything that will discourage you or keep you away from doing what you want to. As long as you share it with her, she will find a solution to it. For me, I will not only meet Sue. For me, it's a personal loss. I remember my year, and I still say to members of the club, that 1 year of being the club president, I keep asking myself, how did I make it, considering my shuttling between the work I do and trying to also serve humanity. But I know each time I come or I call Sue or I call my PDG, Kamara Motosho, and say, oh, I have this program, but I'm like just a week or two away. How do I go about it? You can be sure in 24, 48 hours, a solution will be there on my lap just for me to execute. And I was always wondering, for me, Sue was an angel, a shining light, sun in the day, a star at night. I pray that the Almighty Allah, in His infinite mercy, will grant her Al-Jannat Firdaus. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So now we know our past president, Amina Danesi, indeed is the third female member of that great club, Rotary Club of Ikoyi. I never knew that until now. And she's still looking so young. I wonder how she does it. My fellow Rotarians, our guests and friends, I would like to now call on another past president of the club, who I must say also was very close to PAG Susan, and he has specially requested that he be given the opportunity to speak to us and is here in person. Could we all please welcome our past president, Tafa Zibri Aliyu. Past President Tafa Zibri Aliyu. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, PAG Senaya. May I quickly say this? I'm seeing and looking at people wearing solemn faces, which I do not think we should be doing at this time. PAG Suzanne should be celebrated. So please, do not wear any face, any solemn face, or whatsoever. A woman who has lived her life humanity. I wish I, as a human being, can even do 1/4 of what she did while she was alive. So please, maybe the caption of what we are doing today is the reason why we are like this, tribute. No, it should have been celebration of life. If you live 100 years and you did not do anything appreciable, you won't be celebrated. But even if you live just for 20, 30, 40 years, you've done something immense like Susan has done, I'm sure we need to celebrate her. On that note, let me follow the normal protocol. President, my PGD, my DG, I salute you and I greet every Rotarian in the house. PAG Suzanne was, and I'm sure by extension, because his other part is still alive, are the pillars of Rotary Club of Ikoyi. I will say that clearly. I'm not sure anybody in the Ikoyi Club, Rotary Club of Ikoyi, will argue that with me. She served humanity the best way she can. And if we are all to score her, she scored, if there's anything like 101%, she must have done that. If you look at this pamphlet, if you gloss through this pamphlet and see the lives and deeds and all that she had done in life, then you understand what I am talking about. Her compassion about Rotary, her dedication with that of her husband is something we cannot quantify. But I want to tell you all, Rotary Club Ikoyi, we are going to miss something very great. And what it is, this is a woman, just like they will always say, behind any successful man, there is a woman. She will invite us to her house, give us the best. When I mean the best, most times they order food from, a co-hotel to be served to us in their home for just meeting, which I don't think many of us will not even want to do that. The next thing you will hear, why are you wasting money? Do not waste, you don't need to waste money. But Susan, because of her dedication, because of our love for Rotary, because of our love for humanity, did all this. I believe we need to celebrate her. We need to actually start thinking. If we look all around, that is something we all owe ourselves and God as we are here. There's nobody who is sitting down here today or anything that beats that will not die. We will surely go one day. But when you go, when you leave this earth, what will they know you for? That is one question I keep on asking myself, and I want people to ask themselves that same question. What will you be known for? We know Susan for what she is and worked for humanity. And that is why we are all happy that we are here today to celebrate her. I will want to talk a little bit also about the husband who is still alive, Dr. Tamaru. Apart from the fact, like the first speaker said, we use their hospital. And I learned a lot of things from them. They are so close, and they want to even get to know what are your challenges. PGD Motor Show me one day and said, why do you call your children every day? I said, sir, because I want to know how they are doing in their schools abroad. He said, every man has a life to live. I do not forget that. They will survive. They will surely survive. So calling them to know what they are doing, none of your business, but they will surely survive. And I'm sure that was the lesson I learned from them. Susan, Susan does not smile too much. She doesn't laugh too much. Whatever you tell her, whatever challenges you have, which I had when I was the president of our club too, she will call you quietly, silently, and discuss it with you as if it is her own problem. That is why I'm saying this, let's celebrate her. And may the Almighty Allah, in His infinite mercy, bless her soul wherever that soul may be. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my past president, Safar Zibiri Aliu. Quickly, we'll move on online now, and we have two of our members. One of them, a very senior member of ours. Indeed, he introduced me to Rotary. That was in 2006 when I joined Rotary with Susan as a club president. I want us to please give our past president, Ebun Shonaya, a few minutes to give us his tributes. Our past president, Ebun Shonaya, all the way from the United States of America.
Rotary President, District Governor, and other district officers, Omotosho family, Rotarians, and friends. I don't want to, let me say, it gives me great pleasure to be able to say a few words about Susan. Like Rotarian Akomolede said, we were a club of men who insisted that no woman should be admitted. And we started breaking ranks, myself, Akomolede, and a few others. Others threatened to leave the club if it started, but you would know why. The club was one of the heavyweights of Rotary Club in Nigeria. I remember members of the club included F.K. Bajomo, who was the charter president, General M.A.T. Ajao, General Jide Oshuntola, Chief John Oyegun, Oba Gbadebo of Egba Land, and so many distinguished men. So it was difficult for them to change their habits. And eventually, some of us were able to persuade, let's do this. We will not regret it. And I'm glad to say we did. And Susan was the very first female president and performed creditably. And after her, we've had 5 other female presidents. In fact, the female have taken over the club and have taken it to another level. About a few weeks ago, I noticed that Omotosho and Susan were not attending Rotary Club meetings online. And I decided to call Kamaru, who told me, you know what, Ebon, she has been a little under the weather. Oh, so please give her my best regards and best wishes for full recovery. Only to be told shortly thereafter she has passed. We will miss Susan. Susan combined the best of English and Nigerian finesse. She speaks straight without being insulting. You can always rely on her. I'm going to miss her. But one of the last contributions she made was there has to be quality Rotary membership. Something that I stood for and a few of us. And whatever she believes, she will say it with respect to whoever may feel offended. Kamaru, my colleague and friend, who rose to be district governor. He performed very well thanks to the support given to him by Susan. There is one regrettable thing. Susan could easily have been the first female district governor, District 9110, and I was her cheerleader, but she didn't make it. I felt very disappointed, but I'm glad that a female DG is in line, may have occurred in other districts. Susan was a woman of many firsts, a very good, very, very, very good medical professional. It must be a big loss to Kamoru and his family. And on behalf of my family, I would like to give our heartfelt condolence to the Kamoru Omotosho family, to the Rotary Club of Ikoyi, and the Rotary family at large. May she rest in perfect peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our past president, Ebun Shonaya. We'll move now to one of our members who is also, like they say, in diaspora at the moment. Rotarian Abiola Tiligiado. Rotarian Abiola Tiligiado.
My Rotarian family, I hope you can hear me because I can't hear myself.
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay, very good. And I had promised that this is going to be very short, and that's why I had said my Rotarian family, instead of going through all that chronology that we use in Nigeria, this, that, and all the rest of it. Everybody, I love you. This is a very short tribute to the person that I observed Susan of CDCAT to be. I did not know her as president of Rotary Club of Ikoyi because I hadn't joined then. But I know her because Kamoru and I were classmates in medical school. And it always tickled her at meetings when people were PDG in here and PDG in there, and I would just say Kamoru, we would say, hey. Also, I admire Susan CDCAT because when I was introduced to her, and Kamoru told me that, you know, she's also a Muslim. I said, what's her Muslim name? And she said, CDCAT. I said, what? That's my name. Then I asked her, I said, do you have an Oriki? And she said, no. I said, I'm giving you one now. And I gave her the Oriki Aduni. I'm stressing some of these things because in these days where there are so many isms flying around, racism, religionism, and so on and so forth, Susan CDCAT demonstrated that we can all live above those isms. Here she was, a purely white Anglo-Saxon girl that married my lovely brother from some village in Osun State. And she wore that cloak of not just being a Nigerian, but being from where her husband was from. She became a Muslim out of conviction, but also out of closeness to her husband. She demonstrated, therefore, that in whatever color, whatever creed we're all preaching, we are all one for God, before God, to serve God through serving humanity. That is the essence of what she was as a Rotarian. I wish we could have an ambassadorial post for addressing injustices, for addressing differences in terms of all these isms. And posthumously, Susan CDCAT Omotosho, my Aduni, should fill that position, even posthumously. Auzu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Kul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad, wa lam yakun lahu kufuwan ahad. That is for you, Susan. And may the Almighty God grant you peace in his Jannah Firdaus. May he continue to protect and guide all those that you left behind, starting from Kamoru to all the children and the grandees. Inshallah, we pray that when it is our own time in a very full, ripe age, we would all have the benefit of joining in Jannah Firdaus. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Abiola Chiligado. Well, it's not all about tributes from members of the Rotary Club of Ikoyi, so we will pause on that bit for now and probably continue with that later. For now, we would move on to tributes from district leaders, the District 9110. I'd like to call on my colleague, Past President Charles Okonkwo, to introduce the tributes for that segment.
Thank you very much, my mentor, Johnson Air. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Rotarians, you can all bear me witness that if you know Komoro Omotosho and Susan Omotosho, and you don't mention one name, you've made a mistake somewhere. Please permit me to recognize and welcome to this podium Past District Governor Funsho, the man synonymous with polio. Please be welcome, sir.
Thank you very much indeed. Like my sister, Biola, I would like to stand on existing protocols so we don't keep you here for a long time. I've titled my tribute Susan, the humanist by vocation, humanist by association, and humanist by social interaction. You see, it's as if Biola was looking over my shoulders when I was writing this tribute. Because Susan was born in privilege, born into a privileged family, a privileged society, and a very privileged environment. She could have chosen any profession, but she chose nursing. As of the time she went into nursing, it was not such a lucrative profession. As you all know now, it is a highly sought after profession, particularly in the developed world. But Susan chose this profession because this profession at that time drew to itself only loving and caring people whose love for humanity transcends the love of lucre. Thankfully, it was this profession that brought her into the sight of our illustrious son and consummate professional, my friend, Dr. and colleague, Dr. Kamoru Omotosho. You could say they are one of a kind. Because at that time, interracial marriages were not the thing in the UK. As you will have expected, her family had raised eyebrows to her choice of a husband. And I quote Biola, it's not just that he's African, he's from Nigeria, but as Biola reminds us, he's a village boy. But being the humanist she was, Susan did not see any color. She saw beyond the skin and felt the depth of who her would-be husband is. You see, Susan is a deeply spiritual person, as you've heard from her earlier introduction, and who sees far beyond the ephemeral and acts in tandem with what is dictated by her soul. And that is the source of the excellence that has been extolled so far this afternoon. My brother Kamaru was blessed to have had her working beside him professionally as a consummate nurse and hospital administrator, and living with him as a wife and doting mother of her children and her stepchildren. Her love for humanity naturally brought her into our fold as a Rotarian, where her passion shined through, as she served in numerous leadership positions as president of the Rotary Club of Ikoyi and chaired many district committees, and as you've heard, did all but end up being our district governor. In doing even that, she became a trailblazer that saw for the first time the leadership of our district going to a female come the year 2022-23 in the person of Mrs. Lawson, popularly known as Ayaba. Susan, we are sorely being missed, but we all take consolation in your great legacy of love for humanity, exemplified in the numerous interventions you have initiated to make the life of less privileged people more fulfilling and pleasurable. Your love for humanity and unflinching love of your husband and children. As you journey to eternity, may Allah grant you the most peaceful resting place in Al-Jannah Firdaus. Now to the children, Riskat, Mutiat, Aminat, and Sadiq, and my friend, brother, and colleague, Kamaru. We give glory to Allah that Susan has transformed in a blaze of glory. May God abide with you all, individually and collectively, and bless you eternally. Those who have joined us physically here today in person, and those who are online virtually, may God's eternal light continue to light your path, and when our time comes, may Allah make it easy for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my PDG. Fellow Rotarians, as well, head of PAG, PAG Susan Omotosho. If we keep talking about our late PAG, we will not stop talking. At this point, I didn't get any feelers from anybody from the district again. Okay, I didn't get that here. Okay. I've been called to order. My DG said it's not possible. And I can hear Lawson Alaba saying it's not possible. So my district governor-elect, please, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know how it will be possible for me to sit here today without saying something about somebody I call my sister, a Rotarian sister, my Muslim sister. Most especially that death has denied me of one wonderful opportunity I was looking forward to. I had a discussion with my PDG with regards to our PAG Omotosho's involvement at the district affairs. And we agreed something that I should do, but unfortunately, death has denied me this opportunity. But what I'm very happy for, as a Muslim, as we are taught, when a person is dead, the angels will be going around to listen to the kind of description, the kind of testimonies people are giving about that departed soul. And with what we are having today, I'm certain if the scripture will not be telling lies, which I don't think it is. It has told us in several places that this is indeed the truth. So I'm more than too sure our sister PAG Sidikat or Motosho will be rewarded with Al-Jannah Firdaus. Last weekend, we had our pet. This is one of the training programs Rotary is known for. It's a training program for president-elects, presidents that are to take over in the next Rotary year. The same time last year, PG Omotosho was to deliver a paper that she was so passionate about. It's called RAGS, Rotarian Action Group or Rotary Action Group and Fellowship. She was known for these activities so much. She wrote a paper. Unfortunately, COVID will not allow it for it to be delivered. But as God will have it, we were having the same program this year, and we thought we should still have that topic. I had to call John Senaya, whom I know was very close to her, that they were working together in this Rotary Action Group. And he said, you know what I would do? I will share Susan's paper with you. And he did. I shared the same paper with the presenter or the facilitator of that session, in person of PDG Wale Ogunbadejo, who acknowledged it publicly that the paper he was presenting was originally prepared by PAG Omotosho, and everybody hailed her at that moment. What good would you expect from anybody than this? The good she did definitely started living after her. What I would just want us to do, like somebody said, don't let us mourn like those that don't have the trust or belief. We shall all go. It's just the timing that will be different. Let's see what you can do that we are going to be remembered for in terms of good. May the good Lord rest the soul of our sister, grant her Al-Jannah Firdaus. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Kul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad, wa lam yakun lahu kufuwan ahad. Amen.
Thank you very much, my district governor-elect. I want to welcome Rotarian Adebisi of Rotary Club of Agege. She's joined us online. Rotarian Adebisi, Rotary Club of Agege. You're welcome.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Can I be heard?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know I have to read it myself. That's why. My district leaders, the Omotosho family, Rotarians and friends of Rotary. Auntie Susan, as I used to call her, was an amiable woman, always by her husband, PDG Kamoro Omotosho, a very supportive and protective woman. She was a role model and a lovely woman, a Rotarian par excellence. I used to greet her in the Yoruba language, and she would put up a smile with her response. Hers was another rude shock I received this year. On announcement by my club's PDG, Shomomoni, I screamed in response, "Who was so cold?" PDG Kamoro Omotosho, please take heart, sir, and the Lord will stand by you and strengthen you and the family. She came. She fought a good fight. She conquered, and she has come back to her Creator. May the Lord be with you and see you through the rest of life's journey. Amen. Ojajino Sirao. Amen. May Auntie's soul rest in perfect peace. Amen. Thank you very much for this opportunity. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Adebisi. At this point, I want to welcome PDG Nijiraji from Rotary Club of Bagada. He's joining us online. PDG Raji.
Unmute myself.
Yes, Raji, go ahead.
My dear fellow Rotarians, I have a short tribute to late Mrs. Sidikat Omotosho. As members of the family of Rotary gathers this afternoon to pay tribute to Susan Omotosho, undoubtedly, we have lost someone we truly love. She was a woman of many parts, a humanist, an empathic nurse, a caring mother, and a loving wife. Even though we still have pains in our hearts, but we must thank Almighty Allah and therefore be consoled by exemplary life. Besides being the wife of my friend and brother, PDG Dr. Kamoru Omotosho, I got closely associated with Susan in 2007 during the organization of the Rotary Club of Lekki Phase 1. Her interventions and suggestions to the discourse were always constructive and measured. Susan also served as a very useful member of our district resource network, giving her energy and resources to the program. She was a dedicated, resourceful, and committed Rotarian. I think we must all feel honored to have known Susan as we look back on how she has touched our lives and the lives of many in our communities in Nigeria. My thoughts and prayers are with Kamaru, the nuclear family, and members of the family of Rotary, both in our districts and the world over. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rest our soul. And as my Muslim friends have done, I will recite Kul Huwa Allahu, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Kul Huwa Allahu Ahad, Allahu Samad, Lam Yalid wa Lam Yulad, wa Lam Yakun Lahu Kufuwan Ahad. May Allah grant Susan's soul eternal rest in our Jannah Firdaus. May God be merciful unto our soul. Adieu, Susan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, PDG. Thank you very much, PDG. I've been told that our class captain for this Rotary year, President Rotary Club of Lagos, that's our father club. But let's give him 1 minute to. Dare, please come up. Adere, President Rotary Club of Lagos.
Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians. To save time, I will stand on all other protocols. As you know, PDG Kamaru Omotosho and PhD Susan Omotosho are actually members of the Rotary Club of Lagos. We only lease them to Ikoyi. And so we have lost one of us. And the entire Rotary Club of Lagos is mourning. But we are comforted and rejoicing that PhD Susan Omotosho took service to new heights and inspired many with her infectious passion, dedication, and commitment to make life easier for the next person. Because of PhD Susan, many a disadvantaged can hope for a better life. So how can we say she has died when she lives on in the hearts of all of those whom our kindness has touched? Last year, I think on the second day of birth, when I met her, I didn't realize it would be the last time we would see. What can we do but to leave all in God's hands and hold the memories of her sweetness close to our hearts? We pray that divine love will carry our dear PhD Susan into the golden kingdom, a place where the sun never sets. May the blessings be.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Class captain, thank you very much. President of our father club. I understand why you are saying PDG is a member of Rotary Club of Lagos. We understand. But please, he's still in Ikoyi and we are here. Please permit me to welcome. We are closing this section, but I have to close this section with somebody we all know the person that wrote it, and Claire Omashe. Of Ikoyi. I just
Rotary President, all other protocols observed. This is the second time I've come to this podium, but I speak with a different voice this time. It would be impossible for me to sit down and not give a tribute to the person or the people who brought me to Rotary. Without Rotarian Kamaru Omotosho and late PAG Susan Omotosho, I wouldn't be here today. So to them, I owe a lot. You will agree with all the lovely words that have been said today, but I want to say a few more. And that was when I was brought into Rotary, I learned a lot from Rotarian and PAG Sue. She was the epitome of humility. She was an absolutely incredible wife and loving wife to her husband. You couldn't see K, as she used to call him, anywhere without her being by his side. And I think that's an example for all of us who are married or those who are not yet married, that marriage can be a beautiful thing if you share values, you share your passion together. They shared service, they shared children, they shared family, they shared pets, and a whole lot more together. She was a loving mother to all her children. She didn't differentiate between her kids. She loved all her children. And I think, you know, for all of you that are here, Sadiq, Amina, Rizdi, God knows your hearts, and it is well. I know what she said to me 2 weeks before her passing. And she said to me, Claire, I'm at peace. Anything that happens, I'm at peace. And right now, I'd just like to say to you that you have an angel looking after you from above, from Anjana. And that angel, anytime you need her, she's beside you. Her aura will always be around you. And so, yes, I feel like crying, but it's also a time for celebration, a life well lived, a life that touched most of us. Now, for those of you that don't know, when I came into Rotary Club of Ikoyi, we were in one place in Ikoyi Hotel. And it was Rotarian Sue, as I used to call her at the time, that did a bit of a coup to move us to Golden Gate. And then after a while, I did another coup with her to move us to the hotel we eventually had our meetings. So I will sincerely miss her because she was a friend, a mentor, an incredible woman of substance, of humility, of service. She defined what it is to be a Rotarian. For many of us, I think she set such a high bar that we're very difficult. One thing I owe her, and I think that's the only unfulfilled thing, is that she really did want me to run for presidency of the Rotary Club of Ikoyi, something that I didn't have time to do because if anything I want to do, I must do well. So PAG Sue, I owe you that one sometime soon. I don't know when, but I owe her that. And I think each and every one of us should take her humility, her service to humanity, and everything that she stood for to heart. And to our PGD, Dr. Omotosho, God is with you. God bless you, sir. It is well. Amen.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Claire Omashe. I had that part very well, that you now listen to my PDG. So my PDG, I hope you had that part, sir. Thank you very much. So that part is the most interesting part, Claire Omashe, for me. Thank you. Before I introduce our DGN, the first female district governor to be of our district, I also just want us to end this section by saying, without Susan Omotosho, I would have not been a good president. Some of you might not know, but my PDG is aware. But I did very well. Everything I did as president, projects, I give it to Susan Omotosho. She was there for me from the beginning to the end. So that's why I'm very close to her. And I will tell you, I'm like her son. So you should all understand that I should have changed my surname to Omotosho some years back, but I didn't. So I'm really going to miss Susan Omotosho, our PAG. So please permit me to welcome. Okay, before I welcome our DGN, before I welcome Johnson here, if you look at the program very well, you see where we said we're having a project presentation for our late PAG. We will explain to you how it's going to work out. We will not present project today. We are applying the project. So in the nearest few months, we'll unveil that. We'll let you know so you can participate and key into the project. Thank you very much. Welcome, Johnson Air.
Thank you very much. Before, yes, I have to get used to this compliance thing. Yeah. Before we go on to introducing the next speaker, who is our first female district governor, I'd just like to note my PDG Kamaru. Something was said earlier on that I would just want to touch on. We were referred to as the village boy. I don't know where they got that from. I suspected something like that when every evening when you came in for your meeting on Mondays, for your club meetings, Sue will be having her sandwich and you will be having your eba and egusi soup. So I've always suspected a bit of village in there, but never mind them. They can say whatever they wish. I know who you are. Thank you so much. So shortly we'll take a speech, 10-minute speech from, like you heard, the first female district governor, District 9110, and I'll read her profile. I'll try and edit that. Rotarian Omotunde Lawson, could you be upstanding, please? And would like to see who our first female district governor, District 9110, will be. She's an educator with over 40 years experience, and she's the proprietor and chief executive officer of the Christ Hill Schools, Lagos. She attended University of Ibadan. Do we have any one of them here? No. Where she graduated in 1979 with bachelor's degree in teacher education, zoology, and botany with a second-class upper division. She has a master's degree in educational foundations from the University of Lagos in 1991. She was employed and taught as a biology teacher in Lagos State for 15 years and was appointed as school principal in 1994. She served in this capacity for 23 years and was promoted to the highest cadre of a director of education in 2008. She served Lagos State government for 35 years and statutorily retired in 2017 into her private school business. While in government service, she received several professional awards, including the Grand Order of Teaching Excellence by Oba of Igomu and Council of Chiefs in November 1998, the Best Principals Award by Education Division 5, Lagos State Government 2007 Productivity Merit Award, which is the highest public service award in the state. She was also a recipient of Nigeria Illustrious Women Award. She is a member of Institute of Public Administration of Nigeria, IPAN, and a fellow of the Institute of Corporate Administration, FICA. And this is not her speech, it's simply her profile. In the course of her career, she served at various leadership capacities, including chairman of All Nigeria Confederation of Principals of Secondary Schools, Amu Odofin Zone, the principal, All Nigeria Confederation of Principals of Secondary Schools, Lagos State Chapter. Indeed, she is a principal. And where's your cane? May we see your whip? No longer working. Our DGN Ayaba Lawson has attended over 100 professional and management conferences, seminars, and workshops in 30 states in Nigeria, as well as international conferences of principals, and so on and so on. So let me go on to her Rotary life to cut the time a little short. Chair, Rotaract Advisory Committee, 2013-2014. Chair, Family of Rotary Committee, 2014-2015, and on and on and on. And then she graduated in the Rotary Leadership Institute, having participated in parts 1, 2, and 3 of the training, and she is currently a faculty member and secretary of District 9110, Nigeria. Ayaba is a major donor to the Rotary Foundation and a benefactor. She has been a great guest speaker, trainer, facilitator at different Rotary and Rotaract clubs, meetings, and assemblies, and is very passionate Rotarian who has supported the cause and advancement of Rotary in several ways through program participation and funding. My Rotarian President, District Governor, fellow Rotarians, I can go on and on, but for now, I'd love for you to please welcome our guest speaker, Rotarian Ayaba Lawson. I left out the Motunde, yeah? Motunde Ayaba Lawson.
Well, anyone you call me is okay by me. Thank
Please,
you very
the
much.
floor is yours.
Thank you very much, PAG John. Good afternoon. The District Governor, Rotarian, the Opportunities President of RC Ikoyi, Rotarian DKOB, the District Governor, Bola Oyebade, the incoming District Governor, Remi Bello, my own District Governor, my very own District Governor, PDG Kamoru Omotosho, with whom I served as a club president in 2012-2013. Our National Polio Plus Committee Chair, PDG Tuje Funsho, all the past district governors, either in person or virtually, all Rotary leaders, home and abroad, members of the Rotary Club of Ikoyi, distinguished Rotarians who are connecting with us virtually and those who are here in person, guests and friends of Rotary. Good afternoon. Past Assistant Governor Susan Omotosho, an ideal model of what a female Rotarian should be, a Rotarian by excellence. I stand here this afternoon on behalf of all the women, female Rotarians in Rotary International District 9110 and Rotary at large. So say this, or to give this tribute on behalf of our beloved sister, a past district governor of this district, someone who had served so meritoriously. The news of her passing on actually came as a rude shock, despite the fact that she was a bit indisposed shortly before then. When I joined Rotary and I was attending district functions and programs, she was quite noticeable, obviously because of her color, white, but she was distinctly more noticeable as the hardworking spouse of the district governor in 2012-2013, the year of peace through service, when her spouse, PDG Kamoru, served as the governor. And like I said, I was the club president. She coordinated the spouses program at the President's Elect Training Seminar, which my husband had the opportunity of attending. I might not be able to count in figures, but I think, I'm very convinced that she was the district governor's spouse that had attended the highest Rotary functions, Rotary programs, Rotary seminars more than anyone else in this district. She deserves a round of applause. Very time-conscious leaders, both husband and wife. They taught the rest of us the value that is in timekeeping. And they are here as both the governor and spouse of the governor changed the story of late coming for seminars, late start of programs that never happened. Well, we read her profile, the first female Rotarian of Rotary Club of Ikoyi, the first female president of Rotary Club of Ikoyi, she became a female quite reluctantly, just as the story of Rotary International started, when female were not admitted. And the Rotary later on found that they made a mistake not admitting women early enough. So she actually broke the glass ceiling by the first female Rotarian to be admitted into that club. One of the first generation of assistant governors, female, in District 9110. I think the first female member of the Rotary Foundation of Cadre of Technical Advisors. And in course of being one member, she had the opportunity of assessing a project in Uganda. In a year as the first lady of District 9110, she was exemplary. She supported the district governor and the district by engaging the female Rotarians to achieve the following. If you don't know, please know today. Improvements of sanitary facilities in this edifice, employment and payment of a year's salary of Ms. Bola James for cleaning services. Bola James is still in the service of this organization as we speak. Engagement of a contractor for general cleaning and for environmental issues. She coordinated hands-on painting of the Rotary Center by women in Rotary, first of its kind, and donation of sanitary materials. All were financed by the women led by her. Please let us applaud this. A mini trade fair was also held at the district and funds raised for projects. She oversaw the registration subcommittee at the Rotary Institute, TAG Lagos 2018, hosted in our district, and keenly supported her spouse, PDG Kamoro, who was the co-chair of that institute. She was a woman, very diligent at district assignments, very consistent, and a goal-getter. A female governor, District 9110 never had. Please. A role model, mentor to many. One thing that I learned, and which I intend to copy or trying to copy, is the strength in the communication between the two of them. You may not see them talk, but they had a way of communicating. When it was time to leave a program, there's no talk. These two of them will just stand up and they move out. Yes, the power in the way they connect is incredible. That shows the bond between the two of them. And from the program, my PDG was asked so many questions. There was one question he asked. Please turn to that page where he gave his tribute. He continuously asked one question. Please, let me have that question, please. He said what? How do I clap with? That says volume. On behalf of all the female Rotarians worldwide, especially in our district, I bid PAG Susan Omotosho farewell. The assignment that we could have done together, or that we did together, the last assignment, was when she was the chair of District Rags and Fellowship Committee. She actually invited me to be part of that committee. Well, like I said, I bid her farewell, final farewell, while I charge the rest of us, females, that she left behind to use a life of service as a model worth emulating. May a service-dedicated soul rest in bosom of our Creator, and may God Almighty continue to console our past district governor, the children, the entire family, Rotary Club of Ikoyi, and Rotary District 9110. Thank you for the opportunity given me to say these few words.
Thank you very much, my DGM, Rotarian Omotunde Lawson Ayaba. Thank you very much. Fellow Rotarians, guests, and friends, looking at our program, the next should be the last Rotary song before I welcome her children to talk to us. Turn to page number 24. And this song is one very special song. Auld Lang Syne. You think those stars? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Are we here? We all know it. 1, 2, go. Should all acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should all acquaintance be forgot for our Auld Lang Syne? For the sake of Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for the sake of Auld Lang Syne, we'll take our off highness here for the sake of Auld Lang Syne. And here's the hand, my trusted friend, and give the hand, oh, time. We'll talk a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness there for Auld Lang Syne. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. At this point, I want to welcome JS Johnson to please welcome the family for their tributes.
Thank you very much. And it's not as if I don't have a tribute for my dear Susan. My tribute, if I start today, I can assure you, will last us through the night. For many reasons. I joined Rotary in her year as president. That was 2006, 2007 Rotary year. Today, I'm chairing the organization of her Day of Tributes. I'm sure that she gave that instruction to her husband, because for most assignments in the club, I still hear her voice ringing, give it to JS. Give it to JS. As a matter of fact, as if she knew she was leaving, around this time last year, she sent me a whole load of documents on training. This is how you train members who want to come into the club, first level members, second level members, club presidents, and so on. I have all of those things from Susan. She actually did a handover to me. Yes. She shared it with you. I shared it with you. Yes, I did share it with you. So my tribute to Susan is endless. If I am still in Rotary today, I think I will blame Susan and PDG Kamoru for that. There was a time I was going to leave, and they both sat me down and said, never. That's not going to happen. What's the problem? What is the problem? Let's solve it. And they did. And I stayed on. And today I'm still in Rotary. So I want to thank the couple. I want to thank the couple for what they have done. And for me to stand here today, I'll let you into a little secret. This time last year, I was in the theater undergoing a heart surgery after a heart attack on the 29th of March, 2019, yeah? What are we now? But I thank God I'm standing in front of you alive, and we give thanks to God. Anyway, that's an aside. I'd now like to call on members of the family, and I'll take them one after the other. I hope we have Mutiat in the room. Yes, Mutiat, you will start, and then Zara will come, okay? And next, I think Sadiq will step up and give us the appreciation. So could we all please welcome Mutiat.
Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you for such a wonderful day for honoring Ansu. I'm sure she's looking down and she's smiling. I learned new things today. I learned I had an elder brother, Veteran Charles Okonkwo. Nice to meet you. You can still change your name to Motosho. I heard so many beautiful things being said, but I was like, duh, I already knew all that. And so lived Rotary, so it's really befitting that she'd be honored this way. Still wonder why she wasn't ever Rotary governor, but I'll just keep wondering. To Auntie Sue, this is my desire. Oh, by the way, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Mutime Kwen, one of the many children of Auntie Sue. This is my desire, that you are at peace, that you are in a better place, that where you are is more beautiful than where I am. This is my gratitude. My dad was blessed to have you love him for so well and so long. I'm blessed for the gift of Sadiq and Amina. This is my discovery. You played a vital role in who I am today. There are certain traits, I could only have gotten them from you. My love for bachelor's chicken soup. My dislike for people showing up unannounced. I mean, this is my reality. The world is incomplete with you not in it. I took it for granted that I will always have you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Muti. Couldn't have been better put. You got me a little emotional there. And I must say that your choice of words was very deep. Thank you very much for touching us. I'll call on Zara. Zara is one of the grandchildren. And I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot of truth from Zara. Pure truth. Zara, come on.
School projects, and even arts and crafts. Truly love arts and crafts. Before I continue to speak, let me ask you a question. When you hear the name Susan Elizabeth Monteshaw, what words come to mind? If you're like me, there's not a single word to choose from. Let me share with you a few adjectives. She was selfless, generous, compassionate, thoughtful, and special. Always ready to take a selfie and take my side in an argument I had with my brother. She taught me how to knit. Well, she tried to teach me anyway. My favorite game to play with her was Uno. Other than that, I like to watch her play Candy Crush on her laptop. I loved going to Jade Palace on her birthday. I would always start with a prompt. I'm going to miss the two very much. Thank you.
Well done, Zara. Well, before I call on the biggest masquerade, that's Sadiq, I just want to note that we've left out one other member of the family, and that's the dog. What's the dog's name again? Kimi. And I'll talk about Kimi a bit. From my little experience, they were very close. And I heard a little story about Kimi, that Kimi wasn't originally a member of that family, but was acquired, and immediately the bond between that pet and Susan was out of this world. So my condolences will go to the family dog as well, because I know that she's also, she's really, really, really ailing now. Anyway, it looks like the big masquerade will come on now. I see so much of my PDG in him. But let's hear him if he sounds like the PDG. Please welcome Sadiq Omotosho.
Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. If you have the tribute booklet, on pages 4 to 5, I have a tribute that I will not be saying. The reason I will not be saying it is, number one, if you know my dad, and I'm sure you all know very well, it's past time, and we are running late, and he hates long-winded speeches, but it's there for you to read. The second reason is, as Rotarian Johnson have really rightfully said, if my mom knew that Kimi was alone at home right now, be livid, very livid. So both I and her husband have to head back and what I will do in the meantime, however, today you've heard so many amazing, wonderful, fantastic, great, achieving things my mom has done in her lifetime. But I really want to boil down on the fact that that amazement that some of you are privileged to see once a week at a Rotary meeting, or maybe over the weekend at a Rotary event or conference, I got to see it every day because she was my mother. And if you think she was an angel and so fantastic, trust me, you have no clue. I've known her all my life. And my father for a few years more than that. So instead of this long tribute, I just want to say a few words that I said to my mom once. And I'm happy, if anything, that she got to read these words for herself before the time came to an end. Hi, Mama. In case you didn't know already, you are my everything. You are my pillar of strength. You are the love I have come to understand. You are my point of reference in life. You are my courage to carry on through hard times. You are in all forms of the meaning, my essence of life. You are my will to create positive energy, and no matter what may come my way. It goes without saying that the past few days have been hard without you by my side, as you normally are. And I have seen you fight and strive now more than ever. But I just want you to know that I am you and you are me. We are one. Although I feel like an empty shell without you, just the thought of a hug with you gives me energy that weighs more than Mount Everest. You are many things, but know for sure that you are the most wonderful blessing that Allah and the cosmic energies could have blessed me with. You are my irreplaceable all. I love you forever and a day more, till the moon and back, forever till infinity. You're not one in a million or a billion. You're my one and only Mama. And I will continue to love you endlessly and unconditionally till I have no more breath left in me. I love you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a wonderful event, and I'd like to thank everyone for taking the time to be here, both virtually and in person. Truth is, my mother never liked big celebrations, but I think she would be proud and humbled at the audience that I see in front of me here. And it truly is a testament to the many lives that she had an impact on. I have a short list of people I just want to show expo appreciation to for the wonderful gathering. Of course, according to protocol, I'd like to thank the District Governor, Bola Oyebade, for being here. I'd like to thank the incoming District Governor, Remy Bello, District Governor nominee, Omotunde Lawson, and I'd also like to really put sincere appreciation to past District Governors, Niji Raja and Tuji Funcho, who, whether physically or virtually, are really always there by my dad's side all the time. May Allah be with you both. I sincerely appreciate the presence of all the Rotarians here, in particularly all the members of my mom's club, Rotary Club of Ikoyi, for which we have the current president, Dike Obi, who I owe sincere gratitude for everything you've done for us today. I appreciate all the Rotary actors, Rotary fans, and everyone who has had the opportunity to be here with us and spend time with us to share this moment in her memory. Obviously, the two professional MCs, masters of the programs, Rotarians John Senaya and Charles Okonkwo, this is nothing without you. And I appreciate all the effort you both put in, not just today, but every time I've seen you. Definitely, I am proud of my families, both immediate, extended, and those who had the opportunity to be here. It goes without saying that I've never felt so loved and cared for in my life, and I really sincerely thank you all for being here. You have given us all unique support, all my aunties and uncles, my cousins, everyone. I wish you all abundant God's blessings and special appreciation also to the technical crew who came here and made it seem like some kind of international global event. I am grateful to Rotarian Osini Bosi and his team for that. And right now, I just want to wish you all journey mercies back home. And again, thank you so much for being a part of my mother's life in one way or the other. And I'm sure she was privileged to be a part of yours too. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you very much, Sadiq. My President, DG, fellow Rotarians, at this point, if you look at our time, we are behind schedule. For some of you that mentioned my PDG and Senator Motosho, you know, time, time is not our friend at every time. I can tell you my PDG is sitting down quietly because he's not going to move from where he is, but I'll tell you, he's been checking the time. You can agree with me. So, in every beginning, there must be an end. I sincerely want to thank a lot of us that have participated. And at this time, I want to welcome the chairman of this organizing committee. Although he's my co-anchor, my mentor, no other person than PAG Johnson, to please come and close this event formally. DJ Habis, I hope you are queued for our national anthem. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. My past president, Charles Okonkwo, and I would like to start my appreciation with you. Thank you so much for supporting me at this event. I don't know where I would have been without you being here. My Rotarian president, district governor, district leaders, fellow Rotarians, the family of the Omotosho, all the way from, I know a lot of you are from Ibadan, but I'm sure that that village that they talk about is a little further down. So I want to thank you all for, did he look this way? No, he did not hear that. So I want to thank the family especially, for your support. It hasn't been a perfect event, and that was quite intentional. We just wanted to prove to you that even Kamoru Omotosho is not perfect. So we want you to forgive us all our transgressions. If we never gave you an opportunity to speak, I know that all of us would have loved to say one thing or the other. I'd like to thank all our viewers online. I'd like to say a big thank you to the district for your support, for allowing us to use this facility. It's an indication that truly PAG Susan is truly loved. Our speakers, my dear friend John Momo, who is on his way out of the country somewhere. Well, he was magnanimous enough to record his speech and send to us. Thank you very much, John. Our second speaker, the first female district governor to be in the district, Motunde Lawson. Thank you very much. Our district governor-elect, incoming DG, in another few months, he will be district governor, District 9110, Remy Bello, and you led the prayers today. Thank you very much. Special thank you to PDG Tunji Funsho and PDG Niji Raji, who sat on my neck through this program to make sure that the final result is what we're getting now. And I'm still going to get the cane for missing out a few things. Please appeal on my behalf. I also want to thank our broadcast giant, the gentleman who provided the hybrid transmission of this event, Abiodun Oshinobosi and his team. They did this for us free of charge. They did this for us free of charge. And I'd like to thank you for that. Lastly, I'd like to thank the team that put this together with me. There were about 10 of us, and the group kept growing by the day. It was to show us how much, we all wanted to put in one thing or the other for Sue. I'd like to thank all the members of the Rotary Club of Ikoyi for their support at this event. I'd like to thank all the Rotarians in District 9110. Quite a number of them are here with us today. I wouldn't take you through that torture of having to identify each one of them. There are so many of them, but I want to thank each one of you. Especially, I'd like to identify and recognize. We haven't recognized anyone here today, but I'd like to recognize a special couple, Rotarian Kufre Ekanem and the wife, who are here with us. Kufre, I'll tell you, Kufre is just coming out of an illness. He's victorious, he's a winner, he's made it, but he said to me that he would like to be here. And Kufre, thank you so much. Ezine, my princess, thanks so much for bringing my brother out. So I could go on and on. I don't know where to stop, but I'm sure you all understand. Thank you so much for being with us. Please have a safe journey back home, the family, fellow Rotarians. Thank you so much for being here with us. God bless you all. Bye for now.
Thank you very much, Johnson. Please, the DJ, let's all rise. The national anthem. Thank you very much.
Guidance, and he should be yours too, and he should be yours too, and he should be yours too. يا خير خلق الله يا تاج مسك الله عليك أزكى الصلوات يا رسول الله يا خير خلق الله يا تاج مسك الله عليك أزكى الصلوات يا رسول الله. We must aim to be like him. We should hold our heads up high. Where's our pride and where's our strength? Where's our love and where's our light? This man is my hero, for he's the light of guidance, and he should be yours too, and he should be yours too, and he should be yours too. This man is my hero, for he's the light of guidance, and he should be yours too, 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 and he should be yours too. أمانة قلبي العاشق تسلم لي على الهادي محمد سيد الكونين حبيبي روحي وزادي. أمانة قلبي العاشق تسلم لي على الهادي محمد سيد الكونين حبيبي روحي وزادي. أمانة بلغوا إني أحب حب مو عادي متيم فيه فوق الحاد وقلبي باسمه ينادي. أمانة بلغوا إني أحب حب مو عادي متيم فيه فوق الحاد وقلبي باسمه ينادي. سيدي أفديك بروحي بكل ما فيني رضاكم مبتغى أمري ولجلا ربي يرضيني. حبيبي سيدي أفديك بروحي بكل ما فيني رضاكم مبتغى أمري ولجلا ربي يرضيني. أنا من أمتك أفخر وهذا الفخر يكفيني. وسام يصطعب صدري يشرفني يعليني. أنا من أمتك أفخر وهذا الفخر يكفيني. وسام يصطعب صدري يشرفني يعليني.